Hello, hello. Welcome back to more GT4 on a special Wednesday stream. Streaming on Wednesday because I feel like playing more of this game. And I'm feeling a little restless with just recording stuff, so. The only thing I did off screen was I tried this car. It is not viable. I need more upgrades. And even then, I don't think I can do this. So, I bought the 206 rally car for 750,000 credits. So, we're going to be using that for this tournament. Now, I've already tested the first race in Paris off screen, and this car is more than capable of it. Hello, Gabriel. Good to see you here this afternoon. So yeah, this car is more than capable of winning the event. But of course I did get racing tires and level 4 turbo. Yep, you imagined correctly, yep. And I'm not about to try point grinding. If I want to, I could revisit this game and get a bunch of 200 point races under my belt on stream if I want, or record it off screen. Well, record it whenever. But unless I choose to do that, there's no reason to do that. Alright, yep. Tested the event off screen. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I tested like one lap and I was like 7 seconds behind the first place car with the other vehicle I was using. Admittedly, I did not have full speed upgrades, but still. I got the big speed upgrades. And if I had won, I would have been given 186 points. I think it was. It was like 186 or 7. The Sauber OP. I will be kind of excited to see that, even though the playthrough will be done when I win the F1 tournament. Oh, by the way, I looked off screen. There is no, there just isn't a reward for 75% game completion, unfortunately. How's the Sauber compared to the Minolta? Is it better? Like, significantly better, or is it about the same? Better for turning and acceleration. tested in Lasarth with the... Okay, Lasarth 2. Complete... You got 400 kilometers with full upgrades. That's probably the... Is that the in-game speed cap? I feel like it might be. Because I don't think I've ever seen any car go above that. And in this version, that would translate to, I think, 250 kilometers or miles an hour. You completed your lap in under 3 minutes. Is that with... did you take any shortcuts? Or did you stay on the road the whole time? Okay, 539. You only did the one at the end. Okay, that's fair. Ah, fuck this one. Oh, I really don't want to do this one. The Motorland. The Motorland track. I'll be so glad to be done with that for good. Hey, Gravestone. Good to see you this afternoon. On this, impromptu Wednesday stream. Otegi is the hardest and least fun to do. What, in the F1 tournament? Yeah, that doesn't surprise me too much. Hey, Squeezy. Good to see you here as well today. Kind of late today? Yeah, definitely late today. But this is kind of a spur of the moment thing. Tomorrow will be usual time though. And for anyone interested, little self-promotion here. I did upload the first 2 segments of Dead Space 1 for those who might be interested. There were times where I used to stream as late as like 6 in the evening, up to like 9. And then there are other times I used to do random things at like 3 in the morning. Minus Caesar 3. Oh, thanks, Squeezy. Yeah, you guys, yeah, you did watch our runs in SC2 co-op last night. I am very grateful, though, that when we went to do the bounty, we got the easiest fucking comp possible. Yep, Devour. Yeah, it was Devouring Scourge. Don't think we're going to lap anyone today, since we are doing dealership events, and there's not quite enough laps to do that with this event. Maybe for Motorland. Also, this car is not the speed demon that the TBR-12 is. You got inspired by my Energizer army just stealing stuff. Might do that for your solos. I would love to see that. I'm sure it's been done for different mutations. But yeah, stealing stuff is very fun. That's why Kimo Pronger does it when he plays P2 Vorazun. Alright, Motorland. You know what? I'm curious if Bob will prove how bad he is on this. And if he does poorly. Let's see. Let's do ×3 speed. Why don't I like Motorland? Because I'm sick of seeing it. That's basically the only reason. I'm sick of seeing this track. What car did I use in the Aston Martin? I used the DB7 or 9 or whichever one it was. Look at this shit! He won't overtake this guy. Look, yep, that is a great driving line, Bob. 8,000 points, and this is still how good he does. And this is a good day. Alright, we'll see how well he takes this turn here at fast with a rally car. Okay. Well, I'll admit, this isn't as bad as he normally does. Oh. Okay, we missed him going into the sand there. Also, a bonus reason why I don't care for this track. Yep, look at this. Yeah, that happens very frequently. Because I'm trying to improve, trying to improve his B-spec points on this track is really bad, because that happens. I even lowered it to steady, and this is still what he does. 90s V8 Vantage. I can do it in the Forsaken driving missions. 15, 16 are just going straight into one make. I'd say the driving missions if you're, like, debating. Alright. Now, I assure you that Bob has thrown many, many races here when I was doing off-screen shenanigans by going into the sand. Before we finish that, I'm curious if I got any points for that. I think I did. Huh. Anyway, let's move on and go back to the event. Driving missions. Looks like the disgusted Lancia Stratos. That one, honestly, is not completely terrible. Like, there's definitely worse out there for driving missions. Not even including the Green Hell. And, of course, get the S license if you haven't done that already. Although I think you said you did. Got it way before you found my channel. Okay. Yeah, thankfully the S license is not that hard in this game. Like, Gabriel was around when I did the S license stream for GT3, particularly the last test in Monaco, where you have to do, I think it's under 135 in NTSC. Monaco, aka Côte d'Azur, with the Toyota GT1. And you might think, oh, that's not so bad. They changed it so that those vehicles control horribly. You spin the fuck out constantly in that one. I had to resort to using the R2 trick to maintain stability. Nothing in GT2 or 4 is anywhere near that bad. Trouble with special stage? Yeah, because the vehicles would randomly spin the fuck out and cost me the time. Although that was before I learned the tech of holding R2 until the car's RPM gets as high as possible before upgearing. And that's a tech I had to learn for Mission 34. Back to the top is probably how you drive in the Stratos. Possibly, I'm not sure. You know what? I'm kind of You know what? Yeah, let's. I'm gonna try that real quick. See if I can maybe show a demonstration of what I did. Or at least one lap. Driving missions. Here it was. Now, you can wall ride right here. I'm gonna hold R2 to stop from upgearing because, like, upgearing just costs you acceleration and turning. Also, you can wall ride right here. That was unfortunate. You could wall ride here if you want, but I find that way a little more unreliable. Now here you want to brake pretty well in advance. Ah, shit, I fucked this up. Obviously don't do that. It's been a little bit since I've practiced this myself. Okay, so we're gonna slow down. Okay. If you get to around 30 miles an hour, or 25 to 30 miles an hour, just brake and go down to first gear, because you get a lot more acceleration in low gear versus higher gear. See, despite a penalty, I think I've gained at least 10 seconds on the car up there at first. Come on, go. You can definitely use a car as a cushion if you want. See, I've already gained, I think I just gained another 5 or 6 seconds there. Okay, I'm gonna hit the wall a little bit. Yeah, you don't want to hit the wall too hard or else you get the penalty, but you can definitely do a nice wall ride. Okay, let's see. Was that too late? You probably don't want to hit the brakes nearly as late as I did there, though. Okay, I'm gonna wait. Okay. Probably should have gone down to second gear earlier. Okay, I gained another 5 seconds, I think. I think I was at, what, 29 seconds behind? Now I'm at 24 seconds. Okay. Yeah. Now I'm sure if you're paying attention, I'm sure you're noticing that when I up gear or down gear, it's you can't accelerate well, so yeah, it's definitely a good idea to try and stay in the gear you're in. Why do I, in Mission 34, why do I say never go into Gear 1? That means if you go into Gear 1 at any point outside of the very beginning, that means you probably have driven too slow to win the race. Oh, okay, yeah, go back to first gear. I fucked that up a little bit. Now, obviously, I'm doing dishonorable tactics here. If you want to play honorably, obviously don't wall ride. And again, this is really sloppy execution with a penalty. Like, if you do well, you'll actually get pretty close to the first place car up here. That's what I did when I completed this. Almost 2 penalties. Yeah, I'm still going to be like 5 or 6 seconds too short because I drove like absolute dog shit. Actually, it might be 10 seconds. Yeah. But I drove like dog shit. And if it weren't for the 5-second penalty, I would have been a lot closer, obviously. Hype for the new 007 game? Not particularly. So, another thing I should mention, never up gear unless you're going to go significantly higher than the top speed for the previous gear. Oh, hello, Monaco. Like, don't go to fourth gear to go above 80 miles an hour if you're just going to go to, like, 83. Just hold R2 and stay in the third gear. In that case. Just want to get the mission done. Yeah, that's fair. But just wait till you get to the later ones. Especially the one-lap magics. And the Subaru Slipstream. Yeah, my ability to do that is that little thing has always been terrible. Was my top 5 hardest missions except for the Nürburgring track. I would say the Honda 1-lap magic, the Seattle 3-lap, the New York 3-lap, the Subaru Slipstream, now keep in mind this is NTSC version. The PAL version is probably different. And I'm gonna have to look through the missions list and see what I would say is number 5. I actually found this one pretty hard. The 3-lap here. Let's see, is there any other ones? Yeah, that would be what I would say. Alright, so let's see. What are we going to get into next? Thought I would add Sega 3-lap. That one's not super hard. I kind of debated putting that one in there, but that one is just more... I'm not sure if that one's, like, hard, or if it's just skill issue. Like, I feel that one took more tries than it really should have. No, here I'm trying to... Oh, here we go. I was gonna say, I was trying to find where my list is for the rest of the dealerships. But yeah, Laguna Seca 3-lap is not easy. Okay. Championship race. Make sure I have nitrous. Oop. Case in point. My top 5 is Subaru Slipstream, Seattle 3-lap, Monaco 3-lap, New York 3 laps, and Laguna Seca 3 laps. That's fair. Yeah, I can't actually disagree with any of those choices. Okay, I was gonna say, I should probably go down to second gear. Trouble trying to figure out what to do in Slipstream. For me, it was the opposite. Like, I knew what I was supposed to do, but the AIs are so stupid they won't do what I want them to do. Oh, the segments I talked about recording, if I do, it would be no commentary. There might be a tad of commentary in the very start if I elect to do that. But that would be the only bit of commentary that there would be. Definitely not live. Not reached Banjo and NOD yet. Or recorded. No. I've just been lazy, and combination of being lazy getting around to that and also on a kick of recording the rest of Dead Space, because I'm on chapter 11 in that game right now, and there's only 12 chapters in the game. So I'm very, very close to finishing the game. But I do need to get around to doing Banjo and NOD, especially NOD. Which reminds me, send me the star I haven't gotten. I know there's the hidden numbers and the Thwomp Frankersy. And obviously, as you correctly predicted, I found all the red coins really easily. Of course, because I know I got that last time. Yeah, there's... Like, Dead Space 1 has no DLC, and it's not the longest game of all time. Like, I would say it's maybe a little bit longer than RE4, give or take. OG RE4, give or take. But yeah. Yeah, it's not like RE6, which took me for fucking ever to do. It's definitely shorter than some games I've played. OGRE4 is between 7 to 8 hours. I think that's about where I'm at with Dead Space 1. Like 7 plus hours. Okay, so maybe it's actually slightly longer than OG. Dead Space hard to do blind. Not really. I mean, especially if you play on normal, which I'm doing the game on hard because I had platinum trophied the game before, but not played it in prior to the playthrough 15 years. Like, it doesn't hold your hand and coddle you, and it's not like the easiest game ever. Have a great time. It's not that easy, but it's not the most brutal thing in existence either. Like, you did Elden Ring all bosses, no damage. It's not that difficult. Basically, the difficulty is we're not going to hold your hand, but we will give you what you need to survive. Just don't be a retard. Got a nice distance from him. Yeah. Tends... Oh, wait, I was going to say it tends to happen when you have a rally car, but no, I'm not even in that anymore. Need to research ammo. You find schematics laying around, and then you can purchase ammo from the store. But the schematics are not in hard-to-find locations. Like, oftentimes... Like, you played Resident Evil. You know to explore rooms thoroughly. A lot of times, they're just laying in the middle of the floor. So, yeah, just go into every room you can and loot every room. You'll be fine. Remember that people used to say our word without complaining. Yeah, and those times are sort of coming back. Like, people are caring less and less about offending someone with that. And obviously the good old days of Xbox Live back in 2006 to 2012, when a different slur was used constantly, about, I don't know, 25,000 times a day. Easily. I mean, I don't use that one that I'm referring to. But, yeah. Used to be a nickname that the United Kingdom called a cigarette. That's not the one I was referring to. Although, the only hint I will give is it has 6 letters and starts with the letter N. There you go. Although the one you mentioned is also used quite a lot as well. Dead Space game's not available for PS4. I think Dead Space 2 and beyond is, and the remake for Dead Space 1 is, of course, multi-platform. I think OG Dead Space might be 360 exclusive. Though I'm not... Wait. Actually, never mind. I think they are all multi-platform. I'd have to look, but I think they are all multi-platform. As for if the first game itself is available on PS4, I don't think so, but I would have to look. Made them into offensive slur. Yep. Yeah, that's the one. I have the other Dead Space games. I have Dead Space 2. I don't have the third one, though. I forget when the third one came out. It may have been after the 360 PS3 era. Might have been might have been during a time where I wasn't buying new video games or, well, used games, etc. You know what I mean? Trying new games. It may have been during that period, because there was a period, like, 8 to 10 years ago or so, where I just did not play any new games whatsoever. Back then, it was basically just like PC games I had for years, Mario hacks, and the Median XL mod. I hit the brakes way too late there, but that's fine. Oh, hello, Monaco, once again. RE6 take forever because the game is bad or because not in the best mood to record. The game itself takes forever to do. Like, if you watch my LP, I go up to, like, part 55 or 6 or something ludicrous like that. And the segments are not 10-minute segments either. They're, like, easily 30-plus minutes. When I say forever, I mean the length of the LP, like the videos. But yeah, there were definitely times I did not feel like recording that game. Oh, come on, go down to second gear. Stay in second gear. Not going to be improving my speed much without NOS. Blame it on Frieza. What did he refer to humans as monkeys? Like we mentioned this, or I mentioned this last time. I don't know anything about Dragon Ball. Although I do know, like, certain things about it. Like, I do know that Goku removed Bulma's underwear while she was sleeping, and she shot at him with a machine gun afterwards. And then afterwards she flashed Master Rochi for a Dragon Ball. Oh, he calls the Saiyans monkeys. Oh, okay. Aventime. I think I already have one of those. I'm pretty sure I have one of those. Renwall. Oh, I don't. Alright, well, I guess I'll keep it. So the fact that I have this many vehicles is, yeah, let's sell. Yeah, let's sell some of it. I'm not going to be using many of these vehicles ever again. Oh, the Honda Life Step van. Yeah. Bye. Worst character campaign in RE6. Chris's campaign, by far. I think it is Alpine next. Because, like, there's just nothing about it that's that good. Talk about Dragon Ball. Am I playing any games for the channel? No. Nah, just because I mentioned it and doesn't mean I'm going to be doing any Dragon Ball games about it. I also have mentioned Yu-Gi-Oh! In the past, but I have no interest in playing any of those games. Although I do know there's a speedrunning fail video with the thumbnail, I just got Exodia'd. Which I do know from watching the Japanese dub, i.e. the good version, that Exodia means you immediately win. But yeah, if you watch the original version, the Japanese version, you really realize how awful the English / 4Kids version was. Like, that was fucking terrible. Chances of CPU summoning Zodia are pretty low. Yeah, I'd imagine. You need to have all 5 cards assembled in your deck. The chance of rolling that is pretty rare in a deck. It's like essentially I'm gonna say it's like a royal flush in poker. I remember, and I was gonna do my playthrough of Red Dead Redemption, the first one, way back when. And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna earn money. I'm gonna do 100%, but I'm going to earn most of my money from poker, and then I just end up with so much money that I didn't even need to. Which I have heard that re-releases of RDR1 has a harder difficulty setting, or 2 for PS4 and beyond. If that is true, I would definitely be willing to try streaming the game again on a higher difficulty setting. Ah. I want to play Red Dead Revolver again. Your copy decided to corrupt. Oh, that's a major rip. And I don't think Revolver's on newer consoles, is it? Unless it is, and I just don't remember it. Oof. Oh, it was on PS2? I thought it was an Xbox exclusive back in the day. And PS4/5 is a PS2 classic. Ah, okay. So I could play that if I wanted to. Ah. Come on. Ah. Okay. What did I say about the car being faster with low fuel? When? Throughout the playthrough? Yeah. Yeah, cars do move faster in this game when you get lower on fuel. It's a lot more... It's more noticeable on race cars than just production vehicles. But, yeah. Yeah, the lower it gets, the faster your car gets. Though, obviously, you can't run out. Faster on low fuel. Yeah. Yeah, it's a very slight... It's a very subtle change. Like, it's not like a massive increase of speed. It is a very subtle difference. Although it's probably more noticeable on race cars and the F1. But like for a lot of production vehicles, you A, won't notice it much, if at all, and B, probably won't even get a chance to notice it. Because like, see, my gauge is still full, and I'm on the last lap of the race. So that's why it's often a good idea to, unless you want to do B-Spec Bob and have him automate the race, it's often a good idea to just, like, pit once or twice without refueling. And then only refuel at the pit when you need to. CPU always refuels or only when necessary. I think it always refuels. I don't think it has special orders. Which can be an advantage for you. Get out of the way, other car. Whoa. I'm going way too slow. Come on. Come on. Do I like Nico Bellic as a protagonist? I very much like Nico Bellic as a protagonist. Though I obviously will. Actually, wait, is he in GT5 or GTA 5? I think I may have heard he might be. Well, obviously not voiced by the same dude. Hello. Route 5. How many laps? Is it 2? Okay, only 2 laps for reasons unknown. It's fine, I can just cushion. Only references to Nico in GTA 5. Oh, okay. Apparently, apparently the DLCs for GTA 4, i.e. the Lost and the Damned and Ballad of Gay Tony, apparently they just recycle lines for Nico because that was made after the voice actor fell out with Rockstar. Like, from what I understand, he agreed to just get paid a big lump sum of money as opposed to getting royalties for the game sales. And he got pissed because Rockstar said, no, we've already paid you. We don't owe you anything else. Which, I mean, if you're a voice actor, yeah, you probably should go down the royalty road. Play with other characters in DLC. What, in GTA 4? I honestly don't know, because I've never played the DLC yet. Or actually, I don't think you play as other characters in GTA 4 DLC. I think you still play as Nico. Yeah, get out of the way. I have heard that, I think it's the Lost in the Dam DLC. I think if you play that, I've heard that, uh, that one of the, well, two of the tracks on the radio, uh, one of the songs in that is, Slaughter of the Soul by At the Gates. And it also has Run to the Hills as well, apparently. Which I'd have to see that. My thoughts on Nico? I like Nico as a protagonist. How far? Okay, 25 miles an hour. I slowed down way too much there. Oh, fire alarm going off in town. I don't think that's audible. I don't think that's audible in my mic, but I hear it. And it's not actually super loud. It's just something I can hear. Like GTA 4 history. What do you mean, the history of it? You mean the, like, behind the scenes stuff? I find some of it interesting. But, like, not enough to deep dive into it. Do get burnout. Yeah, that's definitely understandable. I've had burnout throughout the years playing different games myself for the channel. That happened in Treasure World way back in the day. Obviously, until I got determined to finish that. And in San Andreas, whenever you get to that, will be a lot longer. Just try and find an original copy. Don't play HD remaster. Maybe Definitive Edition is better, but definitely don't buy HDR. Because, like I've mentioned this quite a few times, it is a broken, buggy-ass mess. Thought about giving up on Treasure World. I don't know if I ever thought of giving up the playthrough. I probably have. But I definitely felt like not playing it for a while. You unfortunately did get Definitive Edition on Christmas despite a lot of people hating it. Is it a buggy, glitch-ridden mess like HDR? Also, I'm just double-checking to make sure I did all the things here in France. Okay, I thought there might be one. Next stream series will be a very long game. I don't know. I may go back to, like, doing a random thing on Tuesday and then Thursday being another... I think Thursday might actually just be another playthrough of Campaign Reconquered. Because I have several ideas for challenge runs. France. Is this the one? 15 horsepower, huh? Oh, this is the only car I can use. Wait, how many races is it? Oh, it's a championship race. Okay, fuck it. I'm not doing that. I was thinking of maybe trying to get 200 points on stream, but no, fuck that. Fuck that, fuck that, fuck that. Let's do Racing Soft. So, like, what you would do for that would just be get economy tires and road tires, put economy on the front, and then max out your weight. And get nitrous. But because I'm only allowed to use one car, I don't know if you can even get 200 points. I have given off and on thoughts to streaming RE 1, 2, and 3 on easier difficulties just for shits and giggles. And just so I can have a save file for those difficulties with all the unlocks. I already did that for RE0. Well, I gotta say, getting 200 points might not be difficult here because, yeah, like this is so slow that I could probably just hold the nitrous the whole time and be perfectly fine. Speaking of slow races, GT Rufus has a custom one lap magic of racing the using the Mercedes-Benz patent wagon against the Damon motor carriage or whatever it's called on one of the short twin ring Motegi races, and it's like 6 minutes long because neither car can go above neither car can even hit 20 kilometers an hour. It's not, they're not even cars, they're horseless carriages. Alright, I'm maximizing the power. The NOS power. Full power tonight. To NOS. Yeah, I think racing soft tires may have been a little overkill for this. Part of me wants to let Bob do this. When I do GTSA, I'll try to do 100%. I'd have to buy an original copy of the game. And preferably the Xbox version. So I've heard the PS2 version is just vastly inferior. Which is no surprise, given that in that generation, the Xbox version of any given game was almost always going to be superior. As for 100%, I don't know. Are there collectibles in SA? I know there's side missions. I'll definitely do I would definitely do those. But if there's like, oh, find these things, and like if there's like the pigeons from GTA 4, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing anything like that in SA. Or like the stunt jumps. Basically things that require me to just wander around the map and hope to find crap. Because I don't do that shit. Or if I do it, I'll do it off screen. Worst part of the 100%. Okay, yeah. Like, I did do 100% in Simpsons Hit and Run, but there's only like two types of collectibles, and both of them are big sized collectibles in small levels. So, like, that's different. And then in the Saints Row games, well, 3 and 4 specifically, you could just buy the upgrades that let you see where they are on the map. And that's not worth showing, because it's just, okay, time to go to this destination, pick this up. Okay, time to go over here, pick this up, etc. Like, I can do that off screen. Right, I gotta go to the bathroom, so I'm gonna do this in B-Spec. I'll be right back. Hopefully Bob wins this race. I come back just in time to see that Bob actually did win that race. So good. My training of him must have paid off, I guess. Okay, it's a Deep Forest reverse. Wasn't that a buggy, glitch-ridden mess for you when you did that? It was like the ones I found on the 360 version made the game literally unplayable for me, anyway. my god. Come on. Come on. Fine for you. You did it twice. Oh. Oh. Well, if it wasn't a buggy, glitch-ridden mess for you, then yeah, that's great. Supply line missions BS, but easier in that version. I remember the supply line missions. Those were hard. Well, annoying. Alright. Are so damn slow. Yeah, definitely. And this is with the horsepower upgrade. It's mostly that the top speed is really bad. That's making this really long. Like, if I had bought the drivetrain upgrade, I absolutely would widen the gears. Widen the transmission gears and made this faster. Thankfully, that does not... Like, if you're a point hunter, that does not change your point winnings, I don't think. The lightweight upgrade can, though. This is the last race in this event, isn't it? I think it is. So with that, we're done with France. MGS2 game's better to LP, or is it the Metal Gear series in general? It'd be fine to LP, but I don't think I would be a good. I don't think I would be a good person to LP those games. Because, like, I kind of like playing it, but at the same time, it's also, like, not the thing that I vibe with super well. But if there was a lot of demand for it, then yeah, I'd play through it. Oh, hello, another a pink one of these. Okay. we have this game's version of the pink Vits. Anyway, yeah, I don't think me LPing Metal Gear Solid would be a particularly good playthrough, because I don't think I would be a particularly good player of those games. / entertaining. So, I think we'll do one more event, and then we'll call it a day. It's gonna be a slightly shorter stream, I think, but that's fine. Like, I don't normally stream on Wednesday anyway. Okay. Single race. 5 race. Okay, single race, 5 races. Just make sure I have nitrous. Tomorrow I'll do one of the endurances. No, I'm gonna finish off the... I'm going to finish off the... not the endurance, the dealership races. I did, like, what, 3, 4 of them this stream? That leaves 8 left for tomorrow. Like I said, that'll be at the usual time. That won't be super late in the night. Well, still not really late. It just now hit 6 o'clock in my time, but yeah, it'll be midday as usual. PS2 Prince of Persia trilogy, do I have interest in it? I'd have to see what those games are like first, like what genre they are. And then if it's a genre I would be interested in, then maybe. GameCube's... Whoa. GameCube games are expensive compared to the PS2 games. I haven't looked in a long time. I'd say probably. Well, they might be the same price. Although both versions can be emulated pretty easily, so that's something. Okay. Part of me still does want to do B-Spec for the rest of these, but I'm not confident that Bob will actually win. Because he can't use NOS. And also, like, I don't... Like, I don't particularly want to use B-Spec for a lot of this playthrough. I haven't used it a whole lot. I mean, I've used it here and there for stuff. On screen, of course. But, like... This is, like... That's not even me playing the game. Like... Would people actually mind if I did B-Spec? Especially when I may or may not one day do a 0 A-Spec point playthrough. And do as much as I can. Meaning that I can't even do driving missions. But no one can deny that B-Spec is a lot faster if it can win. Even though there's nothing to look at. Obviously for the 24-hour races I'll be doing that. And I'll show some B-Spec there. That's different, though. Ditto to the 8 and 9 hours of Twin Ring and Tsukuba Circuit, respectively. Just the car config, you can let Bob do the entire championship. Oh, I'm sure. But I kind of have to know in advance how to tune it. Because I can't just exit out of a race and... Well, I can reset the console. Actually, yeah, that would be what I'd have to do, probably. And I'd probably write down on a Word document what specs to use. Normally crush the cars, it's not a problem. Yeah, which I kind of am right now. I think I mentioned this in a stream or two earlier, but I did actually get 200 B spec or A spec points on the Nürburgring 3 hour or 4 hour by using the truck. And no matter what tire configuration I used, the front tires always wore out sometime in the second lap. Like, one lap on, second lap, I would need to pit, etc. It was not the best time, but it wasn't hard either. How much time am I from second place? What, on this race or Nürburgring? This one, I was probably a pretty good distance away. Yeah, let's see how Bob performs. Keep in mind, we don't have full upgrades. And obviously the nitrous made a huge difference. Oh, 4 hour Nürburgring. I was like a minute something ahead when I finished, but on the last lap, I stopped right in front of the finish line, and I just waited out the timer. Prior to that, I was like 3.5 minutes ahead. Although some of that was player, like, skill issue, player issue. A better player could definitely have done that faster. Or done more laps, I should say. And I was against a Subaru of some variety. I think it was an Impreza race car? Or not a race car, but, you know, one of those Impreza rally cars. Not the prototype. Use economy in the front, tires are hard to... You've seen how bad the economy tires are. Oh, and racing on the back. Unfortunately, you can't do that. Unfortunately, you can only go up to sports soft in the back. Unless you're just starting the race. Like, hold on, I'm gonna grab a car just to show this off. Let's grab our old faithful Mercedes. Real quick. And then, probably driving park. Would that be okay? Yeah, this is fine. Even though I'm tired of seeing Motorland, this is actually fine for this. So, when you start... Nice, it's already here. So, because we have to select standard, you can't just start with, like, economy tires and super soft racing tires. Okay? To make things worse, when you pit... if you start with... also, I need to learn where the pit is. Here it is. So when you pit... Oh, I can't even... what, can I seriously not even do this in practice mode? Oh. Okay. I didn't know that. Well, I'm sure I can do this on track meet. Not that I'm going to win, but... Family Cup. Difficulty, whatever, -10. We don't care. We don't care about... We don't care about facing stiff competition here. Although you do face some hilariously bad vehicles. I think? Maybe not. Yeah, whatever. Okay, I guess we'll race a little bit. Also, hey... Well, yeah, that's economy tires in this car for you. So, when you make a pit stop, notice I can't switch to, notice I can't switch to racing tires. I'm stuck at sports. Don't think about doing the same thing did in the Pokemon randomizer. For what? Why would I do that? But yeah, if you use, economy tires, you're stuck with standard or sports. You cannot go up to racing, unfortunately. Oh, get the worst Pokemon and try to finish the game. No. No, I have no desire to do that again. Yeah, you're stuck with bad tires if you start with economy, which is definitely something to keep in mind, especially against touring cars and above. Alright, so 2 more races for Bob, and then we'll call it a stream. Never seen economy tires IRL in your life. But yeah, they're probably even, like, the tires there are probably even worse than IRL tires, and obviously they're not designed for racing. Well, for the road anyway. Okay. This is what I wanted to try and avoid, because, like, there's nothing to look at here other than just letters moving across the track. And unfortunately, I can't ×3 speed while looking at the race. But even without... Bob, what are you doing? What are you doing? How the fuck did you almost lose a 7.5-second lead, you idiot? What are you doing? Dude, come on. Let's get the horses. Let's get the lead out. Come on. Come on. Make it through the straight and win. Bob being a fucking idiot. Yeah. That sums up trying to level him up. And he's real bad when tire wear runs out, which I guess is understandable, but still. Half the time you don't even pit stop until the tires are destroyed. Like if you give him the choice. And sometimes even if you ask him to pit or tell him to pit, he won't, depending on the track. That happens frequently enough in Nürburgring. I could mention how horrible he is with economy tires, but to be fair to him, economy tires are dog shit. So, can't blame Bob too much there. It's like the only way to prevent him from spinning out on turns is to lower the... See how I have it set to fast? Like, lower it to steady or cruise. And hope that he doesn't fuck up again. And there he lost some time. Why you don't trust Bob to do F1? Exactly. That is exactly the reason I don't trust Bob to do anything in the F1 tournament. Like 7 seconds in that is catastrophic. Alright, so short stream tonight, but that's fine. Tomorrow we'll finish off the dealerships, and then next week I'll start the endurances. Depending on which one I'm doing, I might do 2 in a stream. Some of them might not be that long, others might be very long. Let's look at this. I might do Laguna Seca and El Capitan / New York. And then another day I might do... Oh, this is timed. No, whatever. I might just do whichever one of these I don't do another time, just separately. I don't know. But anyway, that'll be next week, though. So, Bob gained a few points out of that. But yeah, we'll finish off the dealership tomorrow. We are 5/6 of the way through the game. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow.